the biggest factor here was that Barcelona played well, but were allowed to toy with one of the biggest clubs in Europe. And that's what they did. They toyed with them. I mean, they played through the middle of the park. Like Juventus had no midfield. And it was only the fact that their finishing was poor. I mean, Griezmann hit the post in the first half. Messi was trying to walk the ball in. I mean, they had so many chances in that box. And so for me, yeah, it was a much better performance. And there will be a lot of happy people that there's going to be change at the club. But boy, they got lucky in terms of playing this Juventus team at this time. And they just exposed the Italian champions' deficiencies.
How much can you give them an out that there was no Cristiano Ronaldo, Ali?
Well, of course you have to say it and you have to report it, and it makes a difference. You take Cristiano Ronaldo out of any team, and of course it's a huge gap that you have to cover. But my surprise about this Juventus team is how lifeless they were. Regardless of whether Cristiano Ronaldo was there or not, is how little fight there was to them. No real tackling of the ball, no real challenging through the midfield. So much space and so many periods of long possession by Barcelona where Juventus were nowhere near the ball. There were moments in the game which Barcelona were walking the ball around the field, and Juventus were not even 2 or 3 yards close to Barcelona to try to get back into the game, almost as if they had accepted their fate. And you know what? It's not going to happen today, guys. So, yeah, a couple of goals were called offside, and let's move on to the next game. But this is not a surprise, though, because it is what we saw against Crotone last weekend. It is what we saw against Hellas Verona as well. We continue to see a team that we are told, well, Pirlo is just trying to fit in some pieces. He's trying to work out what is it that he wants to do with this group. What I would tell you, watching from the outside, is what is he trying to do with this group? Because there is no real structure or balance to the team or plan in place. It's just guys running around. And eventually, when you run into a team like Barcelona that can move the ball around, that can play the ball, that can pass the ball, well, you look like you did today, that you had no idea what you were doing, completely disorganized, without any sort of spacing, proper spacing between the lines. And eventually, Barcelona simply took advantage. I thought Juventus today were awful. And more so than anything, they were lifeless.
Frank?
Yeah, I agree. Not too much to add. I think maybe there was a player who used to play for Juventus and now plays for Barcelona, who was missing in the midfield, in the middle of the park. In fact, it was Pjanic. Pjanic was really a fantastic player when he was playing for Juventus, and they're missing him. He was the leader of the midfield. He was maybe making sure that the team was right balanced, which is not the case anymore. And when you say Morata at front, when you see that player plays for Juventus, after what I saw from when he was playing for Chelsea and other clubs before, I think Real Madrid as well, I don't know, it's like a player, makes me feel of Higuain, you know, playing for Chelsea as well, for Juventus, for Real Madrid, the same type of player, but they don't belong to that level that we expect from Juventus strikers, or Chelsea strikers or Real Madrid strikers. And when we see those kind of players playing for one of the best clubs in Europe, I wonder where is the real level of that team. And that's the question mark that everybody has to have for Juventus, because it's not the level that we used to see. Of course, Ronaldo wasn't there, but it's not Ronaldo who made them play bad today.
Well, that average side currently sitting second in the group. Barcelona very much in control of Group G. 2 wins out of 2 so far for Ronald Koeman's side.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.